This week we get lost in cavernous dungeons under a cursed mountain, wander the streets of a terrifying city of thieves, and leap tall buildings in a single bound in a bustling metropolis. Obviously not literally. This week we're talking about the iconic 1980s gamebook series, Fighting Fantasy. Welcome to Cult Vulture, where we pick over the carcass of low culture so you don't have to. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more frontline reports from the back of the second-hand shop. Fighting Fantasy was a series of game books created by Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone, originally published between 1982 and 1995. And while they were mostly read by adolescents with developing social skills, they had a huge audience. In 1983, they occupied the top 3 spots on the Sunday Times bestseller list, and the series has sold 20 million copies. Beginning with the phenomenal and hugely influential Warlock of Firetop Mountain, the books mixed choose-your-own-adventure mechanics with a simplified stats system, adapted from tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. And while they were frequently very difficult to complete, leading to constant death, even when cheating relentlessly, they were extremely easy to get into. Their simplicity and the fact that you could play them alone in your room was like heroin to lonely teenage boys like me. And in the 80s, before there were massive open-world role-playing video games like the Elder Scrolls or Zelda series, they were one of the few ways to lose yourself in a huge, intricate fantasy world where you were the hero. Many of the books are set in the fictional world of Alancia, which borrows heavily from Tolkien and Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian series. But if you read more widely, the range of worlds available is wildly eclectic and often based on cult or genre fiction. You can get killed by zombies in your own horror story in the genuinely chilling House of Hell, or get murdered by a supervillain in Appointment with Fear. And for the Transformers or Godzilla fans, climb into a giant mech and get eaten alive by terrifying dinosaurs in Robot Commando. However, my personal favourite is City of Thieves, because of the world building, the constant muggings, and also because of the detailed and evocative illustrations by artist Ian McCaig. McCaig later went on to design Star Wars' Darth Maul, and you can see him reaching towards that character with his illustration of the book's villain, Zanbar Bone. Soon, the series became so hugely popular, other writers were brought in, including, confusingly, another guy also called Steve Jackson. The books have been in and out of print since the original Penguin run ended in 1995. They're currently available from publishers Scholastic, including some new titles. However, it's difficult to recommend these editions because, for some inexplicable reason, they ditched the wonderful and frequently grisly artwork of the originals for new illustrations that just don't have the same charm. There have been many video game adaptations of the books, with titles appearing on the Sinclair Spectrum, PC, PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, amongst others. However, I'd recommend you enjoy these books as originally intended. Don't go for the reprints or the video games, and instead pick up second-hand copies online. After all, there are a lot of them about. You can pick up the original paperbacks for as little as a few pounds, going up to around £50 for a rarer book. Our 2-word review this week is Interactive Classics. Were you a fan of these books? And if so, which were your favourites? I'd love to hear your recommendations in the comments. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay in touch. Stay weird.